Welcome to GODSpeed, where truth meets life in under 10 minutes. I'm AK, and this is hope for your journey.
They chose the wrong person. They have no idea how to really do this right. Have you ever felt that way? About a manager, parent, politician, or leader? Now let's take it one step further. Have you ever thought this about yourself? You look at the position you find yourself in, and the only word that comes to mind is unqualified. Well, today, we're going to learn from a few fishermen about what real qualifications look like. Here's the context. Jesus is starting his life's work, educating and impacting people, and he's getting ready to assemble a team. We find him at the edge of a lake, teaching and recruiting. This story comes from Luke chapter 5, verses 2 through 11. He noticed 2 empty boats at the water's edge, for the fishermen had left them and were washing their nets. Stepping into one of the boats, Jesus asked Simon, its owner, to push it out into the water. So he sat in the boat and taught the crowds from there. When he had finished speaking, he said to Simon, "Now go out where it is deeper and let down your nets to catch some fish." "Master," Simon replied, "we worked hard all last night and didn't catch a thing. But if you say so, I'll let the nets down again." And this time their nets were so full of fish they began to tear. A shout for help brought their partners in the other boat, and soon both boats were filled with fish and on the verge of sinking. When Simon Peter realized what had happened, he fell to his knees before Jesus and said, "Oh Lord, please leave me. I'm such a sinful man." For he was awestruck by the number of fish they had caught, as were the others with him. His partners, James and John, the sons of Zebedee, were also amazed. Jesus replied to Simon, "Don't be afraid. From now on, you'll be fishing for people." And as soon as they landed, they left everything and followed Jesus. You're qualified by the one who called you. I want to start with the end in mind by affirming you. No matter where you fall on the spectrum of belief, you're chosen and made for a purpose. Today's message will explore 3 things: your experiences, your influences, and your empowerment. The first, your experiences. Can you listen when truth challenges what you know? When Jesus was talking to these professional fishermen, they had just finished working all night. The reason they were cleaning their nets wasn't a celebration. It was because the work they had ended and they were packing up empty-handed. They hadn't caught a single thing. And here's something I learned. Fishermen fished at night because that was the best practice. The clear water in the area meant fish could easily spot and avoid their highly visible nets during the day. So when Jesus asked them to fish in broad daylight in deeper water, he was asking them to do everything that wouldn't make professional sense. But because they took him at his word, because they trusted his truth over their experience, they saw their expectations and desires not just met, but exceeded. So here's the question. Can you listen when his better way is offered? Even when it challenges everything you think you know. Who are your influences? Who gets to speak into your life? I was once told that every person who has the ability to speak into your life should pass through 3 gates. The first gate, are they smart? You don't want advice from someone who doesn't know more than you do. Second gate, do they have a conflict of interest? Sometimes people will put you at a disadvantage to benefit themselves. Third gate, do they love you? Someone who doesn't care for you may not care to challenge you well or at all. So whether you're evaluating the character of God, a business partner, or a potential spouse, these gates apply. There's importance to getting this right as you only have one very precious, valuable life. And the beautiful thing about Jesus is he perfectly and exceedingly passes all three of these gates. We would be wise to let his life's example and his word influence who we're becoming. Finally, you are empowered. You can change your life. If you're anything like me, you may have wanted change to happen for you without happening to you. But that's an equation that simply doesn't work. Jesus invited fishermen to become fishers of men. He was inviting them on the journey of a lifetime, but still one that's away from the comfort of all they've known and all they've been. And here's the key. He qualified them for this by the invitation, not because they were already special. That's really good news, because it means you don't have to be a certain height, from a specific family, grown up in a certain area, or have enough in your bank account to be a game changer in God's kingdom. He wants the willing. He wants the faithful. He wants people with open hearts, minds, and hands. He wants you. So let go of whatever you've been fishing for. God has bigger plans than you've imagined, and they will change your life for the better. God, thank you for qualifying me for work that my resume, my upbringing, and even my experiences struggle to let me feel ready for. Give me the courage to become all you're calling me to be. Amen.
I will always love you how I do. Let go of a prayer for you, just a sweet word